You want to break unhealthy food habits without relying on willpower and self-control? Here's the secret. The people with the most self-control use it the least. And I know that's probably confusing, but that's why I'm going to break it down in 3 simple steps. You guys, if you personally know me, you know that I'm a big foodie. All the fast food, Chinese takeout, McDonald's, In-N-Out, anything that's sloppy, you name it, I crave it all the time, and I usually would eat it all the time. But today I'm going to show you how to cut out those bad habits without feeling deprived. That way you can get to improving your physique like I did. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 game-changing tips that'll help rewire your brain for healthier eating habits. And one of them really, personally, flipped the switch for me. So first, let's talk about triggers. The thing is, my mind is always on food. I'm always craving it. Either when I'm bored, either when I'm hungry, when I'm at social events. Just looking at food in my pantry will make me crave it 10 times more. Even if I pass by a certain restaurant and I smell food, boom, all of a sudden I'm craving all these bad habits again. You see, your environment is filled. It is stacked with all these cues and triggers that's making you crave all these bad foods. And you would think that I'm more disciplined. Maybe I have more self-control, right? But the thing is, maybe my environment is just set up in a way that makes it a lot easier for me to stay on track. For example, all of my friends, they're fitness guys. They work out. They love to get shredded and look lean. My dad, he's loved working out ever since the day I was born. But what that does is, since my environment is filled with these kinds of people, I probably have less triggers and less cues that's causing me to eat bad. So I lean on self-control a lot less than maybe some of you people out there. So step 1 is gonna be to change your environment. Take all the bad food out of your pantry. Try to avoid yourself from being bored or starving. And what you need to do is dig into what's causing those triggers to happen. What are the triggers in your life that's setting you up for failure and making you crave all those bad foods? Once you find that out, get rid of them. So the next step is gonna be something that 10x'd my self-accountability, so don't skip this step. So let's be real, we've all been in this place before where we've promised ourselves, I'm gonna stop eating all this junk food. But then all of a sudden, one French fry from McDonald's catches our eye, and then all of a sudden we binge out again. You see, and I would break promises to myself that I would break all the time. It never worked for me, but I changed one thing. I stopped making promises to myself, and I started making promises to the people that I love. So tell a friend, tell a loved one, tell your spouse, make a promise to someone that you actually care about. On Monday, for 30 days, I'm going to eat 0 junk food, 0 fast food, 0 frozen foods, and only eat whole foods that I cook. Because it is 10 times harder to break when someone else is watching. It holds you a lot more self-accountable, at least it did for me. But the real magic, the real change comes from this last step. You need to start tying good vibes, good emotions to your newly forming habits, and stop with all this negative emotion towards them. You gotta stop dwelling on what you're missing when you're forming these new habits, because if you don't pretend at least like you enjoy them, you're probably not gonna stick to them. So stop that inside thinking of, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy drinks with my friends, I can't eat burgers with my family, I can't do this with them. And instead start focusing on the good things that's actually coming out of those newly forming habits. I'm eating better, so my energy is improving. I'm eating better, and I notice when I eat these foods, I get more motivation, so I actually want to go to the gym. I'm eating better, so my skin's improving. I'm eating better, so I just feel happier throughout the day. Because positive emotions, when they're tied to the habits you're making, it's gonna actually make them stick. But be patient sometimes, because a lot of those real deep, bad habits that you guys have, it might take a little bit more time to get those new habits working. All right, you guys, that's about it. As usual, if you've been keeping up with my YouTube, you know this is probably the time where I present my coaching program. So if you are looking for a coaching program, you want to get right with your physique, you want to get right with your health, click the link below, schedule a call with me. We'll hop in a real conversation, diving deep into your problems, and see if we can get you on a program. But the first thing I need to do is make sure I can help out in the first place. Anyways, you guys, I really hope that helped. Remember to implement those 3 things: change your environment, make a promise to someone else, and tie those good emotions to the newly formed habits that you guys are making.